seem to have been able to time it.
চেচের মতো এয়ারটেল টংও জানে তোর কি
এখন স্টার 999 হ্যাশ ডায়াল করে এয়ারটেল টং থেকে জেনে নাও তোমার স্পেশাল ইন্টারনেট অফার সহ আরো অনেক অফার। এয়ারটেল।
You'd have to say, wouldn't quite classify it as a crisis, but not in the greatest position of all. Afif Hussain came out firing, hit a boundary and a six. Mashrafi Mortaza was looking to just hit across the line there from Malinga. Never a good idea.
Against Malinga, was dead accurate on that occasion, and he had him cleaned up. But with Mahmoud Riyad there now, couldn't be a better person in the middle in this kind of a situation.
Malinga isn't done yet. There's a rare one, and it's given a wide. Must have been a very close call. Malinga isn't delighted with that. Here's one bouncer for the over, but often they get away with the wide if you're allowed to bowl that one short delivery, and a rare short delivery.
One of his deliveries amongst the armory of deliveries that he has, the Yorker, the slow one, and that lethal bouncer that he unleashes once in a while.
Just saying good afternoon to Mahmudullah was Lasith Malinga. And Mahmudullah says good afternoon back to Lasith Malinga, just like that. What a wonderful shot from the captain of the Khulna Titans. Nonchalantly steps down and smashes it over long on for a boundary. 6.
Shot over long on, effortless shot by Mahmoud Riyad. We know that he has that in him to go for the big shots, the big sixes, and on that occasion he made full good use of that delivery that was coming in onto his pads.
Not ideal for Malinga. He won't be happy with that. It was a length delivery, straying on the leg side, and I think asking to be it. How will he respond, the veteran? And that's his response, and it just tickles on for a boundary from Mahmudullah. He might have a smile, but it's a wry smile in his face. He knows he got that one wrong.
And of course, Mahmoud Riyad knows that they've not averaged a very good run rate, and they know that they've got to go for the runs, and we've seen the last couple of deliveries. He's not going to go and wait there and spend some time without doing much.
Great adjustment from the Khulna captain. He was coming down. I think Malinga saw him, pitched it short, but adjusted really well and just helped it past Chris Gale and the keeper for a boundary. And the contest continues at the end of the power play. Khulna Titans 45 for 2.
বাজার ওয়েদারকোট অ্যান্টিডট লং লাইফে আছে ন্যানো অ্যাডিটিভস, যা দেয়ালের মাইক্রোপোর্সকে পূরণ করে, ফলে আপনার বাড়ি থাকে ধুলো ময়লা থেকে সুরক্ষিত বছরের পর বছর।
আমি ভয় পেলেও মা ভয় পেত না, আর আমি যখন জিতে যাই বাংলাদেশের হয়ে, তখন জিতে যায় মা। এমন হাজারো বাচ্চাদের স্বপ্ন জয়ে সাথে আছে ফ্রেশ ফুল ক্রিম মিল্ক পাউডার। এর ট্রিপল অ্যাকশন ফর্মুলা নিশ্চিত করে স্ট্রেংথ, ইমিউনিটি ও ইন্টেলিজেন্স। ফ্রেশ ফুল ক্রিম মিল্ক পাউডার। আমি জিতলে জিতে যায় মা। প্রতি বছর দেশে হাজারো কোটি কিলোমিটার রাস্তায় গাড়ি চলে শুধুমাত্র মোবিল ইঞ্জিন অয়েলে। সেই মোবিল এখন পাওয়া যাচ্ছে নতুন স্লিম প্যাকে, যার ইজি গ্রিপ, ব্যবহারের স্বাচ্ছন্দ্য আর ফিজিক্যাল ইন্ডাকশন সিল ও ব্যাচ নাম্বার দেয় আসল মোবিল অয়েলের নিশ্চয়তা। মোবিল, চালু থাক আপনার উন্নতির যাত্রা।
লাইফ বয় দিলে 5 সময়, জীবাণুদের ধুয়ে নিয়ে অসুখের নেই কোনো ভয়। লাইফ বয়
সিনেমা
সাথে রাখো সব সময় সেন্টার ফ্রেশ সিনেমা। সেন্টার ফ্রেশ, ম্যাজিক অফ ফ্রেশনেস। সর্বাধিক প্রোটিন সমৃদ্ধ একমাত্র মেরিডিয়ানি রিয়েল চিকেন চিপস, মেরিডিয়ান চিপস।
Nearly pulled it out there, with Michael Klinger going after him. President looking on. It's wonderful to see him keeping a close eye on not just the BPL but on Bangladesh cricket in general. It's always good to see his presence at the ground.
Nazmul Islam, one of the many youngsters who have made a mark in this BPL so far.
beautifully hit. You could feel the sound of the bat. It's a big, big six from the bat of Mahmudullah Riyad for the second time in the short innings he's played. That was only his fourth delivery, and the second time he's gone maximum. You could hear the sound of the bat of Nazmul Islam Oppu. What a wonderful shot.
Going down the wicket, magnificent shot, using his feet. He's wasting really no time at all. As you said, 4 deliveries, he's hit 2 fours, 2 sixes and a 4, and that's a magnificent 6 straight hit over the bowler.
The previous 6 we saw was just about 120 kilometers off the bat. This one, he had to make the pace of the ball because he's coming down to a slower bowler, and you need to make the pace to try and go all the way, and hence the 137. This time delicate from Mahmudullah Riyad. What versatility from the captain of the Khulna Titans. First he bludgeons it over long on, and then just for variety shows, I have every stroke in the book, and that was so beautifully played.
A very, very deft glance there, and for stark contrast to the shot that he hit before, dancing down the wicket straight over the head for 6, and here he just nudges it, glances it for a well-deserved 4.
Striking at 400 now, Mahmudullah Riyad. 20 of 5 deliveries, and he's in a belligerent mood. There he goes again. The mood continues. This time, he's gone. Many Mahmudullah Riyad. He didn't get hold of that. You couldn't hear that same sweet sound of the bat as you saw for the previous 6. And he goes down the throat of Sohad Ghazi at long on. The Cobra comes out with the celebration.
Yes, 1 shot too many. I thought Mahmudullah Riyad on that occasion could have hit it on the ground, but he wanted to get along with the game, and in doing so, he gave that a very, very easy catch on the long on region.
20 of just 6 deliveries, but he'll be disappointed. You can see it. 56 for 3.
Congratulations.
কারণ সাধারণ ডিটারজেন্ট কাপড়ে পাউডারের স্তর ফেলে এবং কাপড়কে করে ফ্যাকাশে। নতুন রিন সম্পূর্ণ ভিন্ন, কাপড়ে দেয় নতুনের মতো উজ্জ্বলতা। নতুন রিন থাকুন উজ্জ্বল সব সময়। আমাদের কণ্ঠস্বর রূঢ়, কারণ অন্যায়ের বিরুদ্ধে ক্ষোভ কণ্ঠকে কর্কশ করে তোলে। আমি স্থির লক্ষ্য মানুষের সশস্ত্র অভ্যুত্থানের কথা বলছি।
আমাদের মুক্তির সংগ্রাম, আমাদের সংগ্রাম স্বাধীনতার সংগ্রাম।
আমি ইতিহাস এবং স্বপ্নের কথা বলছি। আমি আমার কথা বলছি, আমাদের কথা বলছি। মোবাইলে বিজয় ইতিহাস অ্যাপটি ডাউনলোড করুন আর স্ক্যান করে দেখুন 7টি নোটে আমাদের 7টি গৌরবের ইতিহাস। রবি।
নতুন কুরকুরে আমেরিকান স্টাইল ক্রিম এন্ড অনিয়ন, চিজ, ক্রিম আর অনিয়নের এমনই কম্বিনেশন যা দারুণ স্বাদে সবাই হয় আপন।
তাহলে সোমবার
আমার ভাগ্নের জন্য রোববারই হয়ে যাবে।
কুরকুরে খাও, ফ্যামিলি বানাও।
But Ariful Haq was a floater in the order. He was padded up, and he's been sent up at the fall of the captain's wicket. And how bitterly disappointed will Mahmudullah be?
Well, Mahmudullah was able to up the rate a bit, and in order to keep the tempo, I think, as you're mentioning, as you're referring, I think that's the reason why the Mahmudullah Riyad's defended there, tried to take a single, and the deliveries that we see of the scoring shots of
Yeah, that's been the story. Batsmen have been coming down the pitch. A successful over finishes for Nazmul Islam Oppu. 57 for 3 after 7.
Yonder is now data free.
Yonder Music. Download the #1 music app now. Exclusively Robi এবং Airtel userদের জন্য. No money for music.
আসসালামু আলাইকুম বাবা, বিয়েটা করেই ফেললাম, দোয়া করবেন।
This is sunshine smile makes me feel this way when I can't see when I'm feeling blue.
You're a real beauty. Oppo F5. Capture the real you.
বাইরের দেওয়ালের উপর ধুলো টিকতেই দেয় না। এপেক্স আল্টিমা।
এমন ঝড়ের গতিতে সব লিখে ফেলতে ম্যাটাডোর বল পেন, এতে আছে জার্মান হাই ফ্লো ইঙ্ক, লেখাকে করে সুপার ডুপার ফাস্ট, ফাস্ট এন্ড ফাস্ট। সর্বাধিক প্রোটিন সমৃদ্ধ একমাত্র মেরিডিয়ানি রিয়েল চিকেন চিপস, মেরিডিয়ান চিপস।
খোলা পরিবেশে মুরগির পিছনে ছুটাছুটি করলে কি রিয়েল চিকেনের মজা পাওয়া যায়?
সর্বাধিক প্রোটিন সমৃদ্ধ একমাত্র মেরিডিয়ানি রিয়েল চিকেন চিপস, মেরিডিয়ান চিপস।
Ariful comes streaming down for one, asking for two. They get it. Good running between these two. Michael Klinger's been there for a while, watching the carnage at the other end. He walked out to open the innings with Nazmul Hussain Shanto. And that was good running between the two, even though he bumped into Rubel on the way back again. Rubel had a good spell the last time he bowled. Always an attacking option for Rangpur. That's why Mashrafi's turned to him. They've got Khulna down, they've got them 3 wickets down. They want to capitalise the Rangpur Riders. And even the stroke maker Ariful has come out, looks like, with a sensible bent of mind.
Yes, and the two that they got, the previous delivery, that's the kind of effort that they have to show, the initiative they have to show, the urgency that they have to show. Go for the singles, convert the singles into twos and push the fielders a little.
There's the distinctive spring. Rubel. Finally, after quite a while, poor old Michael Klinger gets the strike. Maxi Klinger, his nickname Maxi. We've already had 45 deliveries in this innings, and Klinger, who walked out at the start of the innings, has just faced the 9 deliveries. So hopefully, I mean, he's mature enough, he's been around long enough. Plays down in Western Australia, played for the Perth Scorchers. Very similar colours that they wear to the Khulna Titans, bright orange. 70-20 hundreds.
Rubel is a bit of a nippy kind of a bowler. As the earlier match, if you recall, Gautam, he did extract quite a lot of bounce, and there was this, he was bending his back when he was bowling, but this time around he's maintaining the speed, but that extra effort to bowl bouncers or to lift the ball is not there.
Yeah, big man Carlos Brathwaite, and to his right Nicholas Pooran, both padded up. Pooran was due to come in next. They've sent Ariful Haq up the order, and they nearly lost the wicket of Ariful Haq, just not looking to have got going yet in this innings. And Rubel just has a quiet word with him. Michael Klinger will need to now tell himself that having batted this long, almost halfway through the innings, yes, he's faced only 10 deliveries, but he'll want to bat through the end of the innings no matter what happens with Pooran, Brathwaite. Jofra Archer can bat as well down the order. That's as far as the batting credentials go. Come to the end of 8 overs, still Rangpur would feel the happier side. 63 for 3, the Khulna Taitans.
বাচ্চাদের নাজুক ত্বকের জন্য তৈরি মেরিল বেবি লোশনে আছে এসেনশিয়াল ময়েশ্চারাইজার, যা দেয় সম্পূর্ণ সুরক্ষা। 4 মানে দিনে অন্তত 4 বার মেরিল বেবি লোশন।
আলোর স্রোতে পাল তুলেছে হাজার প্রজাপতি, আলোর ঢেউ উঠল মেতে মল্লিকা মালতী।
ইন্টারনেট আজ আলোকিত করছে সারা বাংলাদেশের অগ্রগমনকে। আলোর ছাড়ানো যায় 1 নম্বর নেটওয়ার্ক, গ্রামীণ ফোন।
বাজার ওয়েদারকোট অ্যান্টিডট লং লাইফে আছে ন্যানো অ্যাডিটিভস, যা দেয়ালের মাইক্রোপোর্সকে পূরণ করে, ফলে আপনার বাড়ি থাকে ধুলো ময়লা থেকে সুরক্ষিত বছরের পর বছর।
তুমি দেখছি এক্সট্রা রোমান্টিক হয়ে গেছো।
একটু এক্সট্রা পাওয়া সবসময় আনন্দের। *123*75# ডায়াল করে যে কোনো মূল অ্যাকাউন্ট রিচার্জে পাচ্ছেন এক্সট্রা ব্যালেন্স। রবি
Continued. But he's back in the hut, and now it all depends on this pair, especially Ariful Haq. Ariful Haq has been in very good touch throughout the tournament. Yes, Michael Klinger, we heard a little while earlier that he's not faced too many deliveries. He's faced only 12. He's gone on to score 7. But what about Ariful Haq? It's swept straight to Lasith Malinga. Direct hit would be interesting, but it's a wide of the stumps. Ariful Haq 208 runs, but it's come in when the team needed it, and once again he's the man who will be looking to score runs. Man in crisis. When the team is in crisis, the man who does bulk of the helps. Let's have a look at this Khulna Titans strike points versus spin. Nothing inside the crease because they've used the feet. Again a quick single taken, so they know that Lasith Malinga is not very quick, even though he's fielding inside the circle. So they've taken him on to take 2 very quick singles. There you go. Few dots, couple of boundaries, but they're all going down the pitches. And 1 wicket also. Good afternoon, Tino.
Good afternoon, Atarbai. Yeah, he's come down the wicket, hasn't he? Some good connections down there. Very interesting. You say Michael Klinger has only faced 13 balls. He's been there from the beginning. That's 51 balls that have been delivered, and he's only faced 13 from opening the batting. Really been starved of the strike.
The second's not there. Very good work from the keeper, Mohammad Mithun. Yeah, just going back at the toss, Tino. Both teams cannot complain because of the fact that both teams got what they wanted to do if they had gone to win the toss. Khulna captain said that yes, he's happy to bat, and obviously Mashrafi Murtaza wanted to field, so they got to what they wanted. So it's important for them to really go and ensure that first and foremost, obviously Khulna in a bit of a bother at the moment because already 3 down. They would want to score in the range of maybe 150 above. They scored 158 against Rangpur Riders in the first match in Chittagong, and they defended it. They went on to win by 9 runs. In the second match, which was in Dhaka, Rangpur Riders scored only 147, and Khulna lost it by 19 runs. That's the key. 150 possible, very much.
Yes, boy. Yes.
That's well bowled. It's really well bowled. Just 4 runs in the over. 67 for 3. And Anis Rahman mentions the or rather points towards the Boshundara LP gas strategist timeout.
ভ্যাকুয়াম ইভাপোরেশন পদ্ধতিতে পরিশোধিত মোল্লা সুপার সল্ট, যাতে কোনো ক্ষতিকারক কেমিক্যাল থাকে না।
নে তুইও নে
মোল্লা সুপার সল্ট, যে লবণে মাথা খোলে।
আলোর সুতে পাল তুলেছে হাজার প্রজাপতি, আলোর ঢেউ উঠল মেতে মল্লিকা মালতী।
বাংলাদেশের অভাবকে আলো আছে দেশের 1 নম্বর নেটওয়ার্ক গ্রামীণ ফোন।
কংগ্রাচুলেশনস।
ওর কাপড় আমার কাপড়ের চেয়ে উজ্জ্বল হলো কি করে?
কারণ সাধারণ ডিটারজেন্ট কাপড়ে পাউডারের স্তর ফেলে এবং কাপড়কে করে ফ্যাকাশে। নতুন রিন সম্পূর্ণ ভিন্ন, কাপড়ে দেয় নতুনের মতো উজ্জ্বলতা। নতুন রিন থাকুন উজ্জ্বল সব সময়। মালাই চাচারা জীবনটাই বৃথা।
আমারটাই লেবু গুনে গুনে 4 ফোঁটা, সাথে 1 চিমটি আদা কুচি।
চিনি দিবেন কিন্তু ঘুটবেন না, নিচে পড়ে থাকবে, ধীরে ধীরে গলবে। আইসটি হবে 12 রকম মানুষের 13 রকম চাওয়া, আর এই জন্যই বাংলা লিংকের আমার অফার। *888# এক্ষুনি ডায়াল করে আপনার পছন্দ মতো ইন্টারনেট আর টক টাইম অফার বেছে নিন। আর এখন ডায়াল করলেই 500 MB ইন্টারনেট এবং 500 SMS ফ্রি। বাংলা লিংক।
সারাদিনের ব্যস্ততায় ত্বকের যত্ন নেওয়ার সময় কই, ফলাফল শুষ্ক ত্বক। এজন্য আমার চাই ভ্যাসলিন ডিপ রেস্টোর। এতে আছে ভ্যাসলিন জেলি, যা প্রচন্ড শীতেও ত্বকে দেয় 6 গুণ দীর্ঘস্থায়ী ময়শ্চারাইজেশন আর দেয় সুস্থ ও সতেজ ত্বক সারাদিন। আমার কাজ তো শেষ, কিন্তু ভ্যাসলিনের কাজ চলছেই।
State language shall be Urdu.
আমি আমার পূর্বপুরুষের কথা বলছি, আমি কিংবদন্তির কথা বলছি। শৃঙ্খলিত বৃক্ষের ঊর্ধ্বমুখী অহংকারের কথা বলছি। আমি ইতিহাস এবং স্বপ্নের কথা বলছি। আমি কিংবদন্তির কথা বলছি। আমি আমার কথা বলছি, আমাদের কথা বলছি।
মোবাইলে বিজয় ইতিহাস অ্যাপটি ডাউনলোড করুন আর স্ক্যান করে দেখুন 7টি নোটে আমাদের 7টি গৌরবের ইতিহাস। রবি।
আসসালামু আলাইকুম বাবা, বিয়েটা করেই ফেললাম, দোয়া করবেন।
Will get them 149. Rubel Hussain. Already 10 wickets in the tournament so far. Not a bad first over, just gave away 6 runs. So he will be looking to apply the pressure. He'll be bowling to Ariful Haq, who's had a wonderful time with the bat. He's been pushed up the order in this inning. Good decision, Tino?
I think so. And the reason I say so, from now, if you lose the game, you're out of the competition. He's somebody who's shown that he has the ability to score quickly even when he walks in with just 4 or 5 overs to go. But give him the opportunity to go up the order, give him a bit of time, and if he gets in, then he's got the opportunity to score later on. It also gives an opportunity to the other batsmen down the order to come in early. Carlos Brathwaite in particular. So I think it's a good idea. Mahmudullah Riyad came out and was very positive, ultra positive. Fortunately, he got out, just 6 balls for his 20. But it shows you that they certainly have the mentality to say, we need to go out there, score as many as we can on the surface and put them under pressure chasing.
Yeah, he comes as a position when their chips are not in their favor, and he's always produced runs. He's not have a lot of overs to bat, but he still manages to score runs, and crucial runs. That's the reason why I feel that he's the man of crisis for Khulna Titans. And he scored runs, more than 200 runs. There you go, 216. Decent average, very good average, because he bats down the order. Look at that strike rate. Brilliant. Best of 43, hasn't picked up a 50 yet, but this is the right time to bring up your best knock. Is it possible? Very much, because I think he's a very good player. Ariful Haq. Short, not connecting it well down the ground for a single. There was an opportunity. He was eyeing that area. The gap between the deep square leg and the long on. Huge area. That's where he was eyeing, but it just probably came a little bit quicker than anticipated. 138.1 kilometers per hour from Rubel Hussain. Pretty good over so far. Only 3 singles. Shade low, still managed to get through to the fine leg area. 2 runs, good running, that's what they need to do.
That is good running. Squeezed out by Michael Klinger, and you can see straight away looking for the 2. Another important fact to remember, you were just talking about the 216 runs that Ariful Haq scored this season. A lot of those runs have been under pressure. He got 46 from 19 against the Rajshahi Kings to win the game under pressure.
So the majority of runs coming behind single, and he will keep the strike, Klinger. After 10 it's 73 for 3.
শেষ এখন কি করব?
চাচার মতো এয়ারটেল টংও জানে তোর কি দরকার।
এখন *999# ডায়াল করে এয়ারটেল টং থেকে জেনে নাও তোমার স্পেশাল ইন্টারনেট অফার সহ আরো অনেক অফার। এয়ারটেল।
Yonder Music, download the #1 music app now. Exclusively Robi এবং Airtel userদের জন্য. No money for music.
সিনেমা
সাথে রাখো সব সময় সেন্টার ফ্রেশ।
সিনেমা
Center Fresh, magic of freshness.
It's a sunshine smile, makes me feel this way. When I can't see through, feeling
You're a real beauty. Oppo F5. Capture the real you.
Again a ball keeping a shade low. Let's go down to Pia.
রংপুর রাইডার্সের সব ফ্যানদের মাঝখানে বসে আছে। আজকে আমার মনে হয় যেহেতু আজকে হচ্ছে ফার্স্ট এলিমিনেশন হবে, তো রংপুর রাইডার্স এবং খুলনা টাইটান্স সবার ফ্যানদের মধ্যে কিন্তু উত্তেজনা খুব বেশি কাজ করছে। কি মনে হচ্ছে আজকে রংপুর রাইডার্স পারবে খুলনাকে হারাতে?
I think পারবে, বিকজ রান রেট অতটা ভালো না খুলনার, and I think 160 এর মধ্যে যদি খুলনাকে রেস্ট্রিক্ট করা যায়, I think it's going to be pretty easy for রংপুর রাইডার্স।
মনে হয় না যে খুলনা আজকে রংপুরে জিততে হলে খুলনা আরো বেশি উইকেট লাগবে?
খুলনার ওভাবে লাগবে না। I think যদি রান রেটটা কন্ট্রোল করা যায়, I think wicket is not going to be an issue.
আমরা এখন পর্যন্ত আমি বলবো ক্রিস গেল ম্যাককালামের যে পার্টনারশিপ সেটা কিন্তু আমরা পাইনি। কি মনে হচ্ছে আজকে কি আমরা রংপুর রাইডার্সের এই খেলা কি দেখতে পাবো, ক্রিস গেল আর ম্যাককালামের পার্টনারশিপ?
আজকে পারবো, কারণ এটা খুব ইম্পর্টেন্ট একটা খেলা, অ্যান্ড এটা জিতলে কিন্তু ওরা অ্যাকচুয়ালি ফাইনালের জন্য আরো এক ধাপ আগিয়ে যাবে। সো এর জন্য ইটস ভেরি গুড ফর দেম ইফ দে ডু ভেরি ওয়েল।
According to you as a fan, কি লোকাল প্লেয়ার্স নাকি রংপুর রাইডার্সের ফরেন প্লেয়ার্স, কাদের কন্ট্রিবিউশন আপনার মনে হচ্ছে এবারের টুর্নামেন্টে সবচেয়ে বেশি ছিল?
এবার ফরেনাররা করেছে, বাট লোকালরা খুব ভালো করছে, কারণ এট দ্য এন্ড অফ দ্য ডে ওরা যদি ভালো করে দ্যাটস বেনিফিটিং ফর দ্য বাংলাদেশ ক্রিকেট টিম, অ্যান্ড আরো আগিয়ে যাবে।
ওকে, রংপুর রাইডার্সের জন্য চিয়ার আপ করতে যদি বলা হয় আপনি কি বলবেন?
গো রংপুর।
ওকে, গো রংপুর। রংপুর রাইডার্সের ফ্যানদের জন্য এবং রংপুর রাইডার্সের জন্য অনেক অনেক শুভকামনা। নাও গোয়িং ব্যাক টু দ্য কাউন্ট্রি।
Let's touch something on the pitch itself. I don't hear anything earlier. Yes, you did the pitch report. It just seems to me that it's a little bit slow off the pitch. That's the reason why for batsmen especially, apart from Mahmudullah Riyad, it's been difficult for them to look for the big shots, even to rotate the strike. What a good over. There you go, another indication that it's kept low and only a single. What a terrific over. This is from Nazmul Islam. Only 3 runs after 11 at 76 for 3.
সারাদিনের ব্যস্ততায় ত্বকের যত্ন নেওয়ার সময় কই? ফলাফল শুষ্ক ত্বক। এজন্য আমার চাই ভ্যাসলিন ডিপ রেস্টোর। এতে আছে ভ্যাসলিন জেলি, যা প্রচন্ড শীতেও ত্বকে দেয় 6 গুণ দীর্ঘস্থায়ী ময়শ্চারাইজেশন আর দেয় সুস্থ ও সতেজ ত্বক সারাদিন। আমার কাজ তো শেষ, কিন্তু ভ্যাসলিনের কাজ চলছেই।
It's a sunshine smile, makes me feel this way. When I can't see through, when I'm feeling good.
You're a real beauty. Oppo F5. Capture the real you.
La life boy দিলে 5 সময় জীবাণুদের ধুয়ে নিয়ে অসুখের নেই কোনো ভয়। লাইফ বয়
সর্বাধিক প্রোটিন সমৃদ্ধ একমাত্র মেরিডিয়ানি রিয়েল চিকেন চিপস। মেরিডিয়ান চিপস।
খোলা পরিবেশে মুরগির পিছনে ছুটাছুটি করলে কি রিয়েল চিকেনের মজা পাবো?
জাদাই
নতুন কুরকুরে আমেরিকান স্টাইল ক্রিম এন্ড অনিয়ন, চিজ, ক্রিম আর অনিয়নের এমনই কম্বিনেশন যা দারুণ স্বাদে সবাই হয় আপন।
তাহলে সোমবার
আমার ভাগ্নের জন্য রোববারই হয়ে যাবে। কুরকুরে খাও, ফ্যামিলি বানাও।
সময় বাড়লো ক্যাশ ফুল অফারের। হিরো এইচএফ ডিলাক্স।
It doesn't look like a high-scoring pitch one more time. I mean, if you look at the runs that Khulna Taitans has scored, the top 3 has been against Rajshahi, which was 213, 174 versus Kumilla, and 170 versus Chittagong. It doesn't look like they're going to get close to those 3 totals. I might be wrong. It might be a very big over later in the innings. It's just looking at the pace of the pitch. Hey, that's very, very well played. Just a touch wide, and it's excellently played by Michael Klinger. That is the top shot. His first boundary, and it's taken him 24 deliveries.
And he's been patient, and that's nicely played. To be able to get that ball away backward of square with the pace off it is a really good shot, but nicely played. Nobody back at third man. Found the gap between the backward point and the third man. And welcome first boundary from Michael Klinger. Yeah, just talking about the surface very quickly, when I was out there earlier, certainly very dull looking, and just seemed as though there was a bit of moisture underneath. And the because of that, they're going to look for two here. Good running, nicely played into the gap. Because of that moisture, you would expect the ball to be a little bit slow off the surface, which we've seen already, and maybe to take a little bit of spin. As you say, you were talking about those scores, 213, 174, 170. It's going to be very difficult to get to that on this kind of a surface. I still believe 140, 150, if they can get there, is a really good total on this wicket.
Well, they scored 158 against Rangpur Riders. That was in Chittagong, the first match, and they won by 9 runs. It's a pretty good total.
Pitch of a delivery in the Yorker box. You mentioned about how important he is when he picks up important wickets at a crucial stage of the game. Once again, he does the trick.
He's brilliant with the ball. That's a great delivery. It's not often you see it, but what a wonderful Yorker. Little bit of angle back into the right hand. Michael Klinger misses the Yorker, and celebration once again for the Rangpur Riders. He's got 21, 82 for 4.
ইন্টারনেট আজ আলোকিত করছে সারা বাংলাদেশের অভাবকে আলোরে ছাড়ানো যায় নেটওয়ার্ক গ্রামীণ ফোন।
জি স্যার।
পেমেন্ট বিকাশ করলে দুটো লাভ, এক ক্যাশ দিয়ে ঝামেলা নেই, আর দুই কেনাকাটা হবে স্মার্টলি। তার মানে ক্যাশের চেয়ে বিকাশ ভালো।
তুমি দেখছি এক্সট্রা রোমান্টিক হয়ে গেছো।
একটু এক্সট্রা পাওয়া সবসময় আনন্দের। *123*755# ডায়াল করে যে কোনো মূল অ্যাকাউন্ট রিচার্জে পাচ্ছেন এক্সট্রা ব্যালেন্স রুপি।
বাইরে দেওয়ালের উপর ধুলো টিকতেই দেয় না। এপেক্স আল্টিমা।
On the money and uproots the middle stump. I think it got so just came back in quite sharply. There you go. It just comes back in. Absolutely brilliant. Look at that slower delivery. Beautiful piece of delivery. He's makes such a big impact with the bat. He's already the highest run getter in the competition. Ravi Bopara with the ball, very good. And the owners will be very happy. Absolutely pleased with what has happened so far. Safwan Subhan. That's all bowled again. They want the single, but he's prevented that. It's a very good over. He's given up a 7, but he's picked up a wicket also. After 12 is 83 for 4.
নতুন কুরকুরে আমেরিকান স্টাইল ক্রিম এন্ড অনিয়ন, চিজ, ক্রিম আর অনিয়নের এমনই কম্বিনেশন যা দারুণ স্বাদে সবাই হয় আপন।
তাহলে সোমবার
আমার ভাগ্নের জন্য রোববারই হয়ে যাবে।
কুরকুরে খাও, ফ্যামিলি বানাও।
সর্বাধিক প্রোটিন সমৃদ্ধ একমাত্র মেরিডিয়ানি রিয়েল চিকেন চিপস, মেরিডিয়ান চিপস।
টং টং। শোন, চাচের মতো এয়ারটেল টংও জানে তোর কি
এখন *999# ডায়াল করে এয়ারটেল টং থেকে জেনে নাও তোমার স্পেশাল ইন্টারনেট অফার সহ আরো অনেক অফার। এয়ারটেল।
জাদাই
ভ্যাকুয়াম ইভাপোরেশন পদ্ধতিতে পরিশোধিত মোল্লা সুপার সল্ট, যাতে কোনো ক্ষতিকারক কেমিক্যাল থাকে না।
নে, তুইও নে।
মোল্লা সুপার সল্ট, যে লবণে মাথা খোলে।
Open the innings from one end. Now he's going to come and bowl from the Shah Cement end. Still very overcast. It's getting a little threatening overhead. The floodlights are on. Game now being played under artificial lights. Nicholas Puran on strike. Just deviating down the leg side, possibly signal the wide. It is.
As I said, Shamim, 140 might be a very good score because we've seen that the pitch is slow. It's not really coming onto the bat. It's been a struggle, and also the spinners have looked to try and toss it up, particularly Ghazi. He's mixed it up, he's not fired it in. He's looking to get some purchase off the track.
Oh, he's got underneath that one. It's high in the air. Two fielders are going to see it sailing over for the maximum. Coming at the right time. Lovely little charge from Puran.
Yeah, there was an element of risk for sure. He was looking to undercut. But what he did very well was he got close to the ball. Look how close he gets. And then he hits it. So he went the full hog, went the full distance, and that sailed away. That's too short. Don't bowl that length.
Got away with that one, Shohag Ghazi. It had hit me written all over it. And he tried to, but it's just, I think his eyes lit up when he saw that ball. Maybe hit a little too hard at the placement, not quite there.
Yeah, on pitches like this, horizontal shots will be what the batsman would want to attempt. The cut and the pull for anything short. It's the drive and the loft that they'll be a little bit concerned about.
Ariful also just coming down the wicket to meet the ball, and on that occasion Shohag Ghazi saw him coming and dropped it short. It's gone for a few runs already, 8 in this over, a couple of balls left. Scrumped him for space, and in the process did better fielding at short mid-wicket there, committed by the fielder.
Good commitment, Brendan McCullum. He's been outstanding in the field. Mind you, he's lived almost all his life behind the stumps.
Just a tuck away for a single to finish off over number 13. It's 92 for 4.
মালাই চাচারা জীবনটাই বৃথা
আমারটাই লেবুগুনে গুনে 4 ফোঁটা সাথে 1 চিমটি আদা কুচি
চিনি দিবেন কিন্তু ঘুরবেন না, নিচে পড়ে থাকবে, ধীরে ধীরে গলবে। আইসটি হবে 12 রকম মানুষের 13 রকম চাওয়া, আর এই জন্যই বাংলা লিংকের আমার অফার *888# এক্ষুনি ডায়াল করে আপনার পছন্দ মতো ইন্টারনেট আর টক টাইম অফার বেছে নিন। আর এখন ডায়াল করলেই 500 MB ইন্টারনেট এবং 500 SMS ফ্রি। বাংলা লিংক, সর্বাধিক প্রোটিন সমৃদ্ধ একমাত্র মেরিডিয়ানি রিয়েল চিকেন চিপস। মেরিডিয়ান চিপস। সিনেমা সাথে রাখো সব সময় সেন্টার ফ্রেশ। সিনেমা সেন্টার ফ্রেশ, ম্যাজিক অফ ফ্রেশনেস। জীবাণুদের ধুয়ে নিয়ে
Once again, plenty happening out there in the middle as that throw from Bopara doesn't result in overthrows. But I'm pitch side in front of the Khulna dugout with Chadwick Walton. Chadwick, it's been a mixed innings so far, but I think the key lies in the hands of both Puran and Archer, both from your part of the world.
Oh yes, both. All three of them are from my parts of the world, so I think also Ariful has a big part to play in this game also. So I just hope the fellas can come off and pull it off for us.
He's been a good finisher in this tournament so far. Obviously, the thinking behind sending him up is to try and up the tempo from now.
Well, it's not really to up the tempo, it's just to bat as long as he possibly can. And we know Ariful's potential, so if Ariful can bat at least 15 to 20 overs then.
Oh dear, that's up in the air. Who wants it? Is it Bopara himself? Leave it! They all left it. Oh, you should have seen the smile on Chadwick's face. 3 fielders converging. Everybody said, rather than mine, I think they all said yours.
I mean, that is also the beauty of the game. I mean, in cricket, things happen.
We're just going to have a look at that again. It was hit by Puran. And you saw 3 fielders converging. I thought the bowler wanted it, but right at the very end he goes, maybe not, why don't you have it? No, I thought you were going to have it. At the end, the Khulna Titans and Chadwick Walton continue to smile, but you really need, at 94 for 4, what's the kind of target you would have talked about in the change room?
I mean, it's I wouldn't say it's a difficult wicket, it's probably a challenging wicket. So, I mean, anything over 140, 150, I mean, we'll see if we can go and defend that.
And right on cue, a boundary from Ariful Haq. The message to go out and bat as long as he wanted to. And if someone like Bopara strays down the leg side at his pace, it'll always be put away.
I mean, he's a very skillful bowler, so you still have to be very careful when it comes to Ravi. If Ariful bats and gets down to the 28th over, we have Carlos, we have Joper. We might can push over past that 150 that we spoke about to probably 170.
And I know a few Khulna fans. And a few fans of big hitting in general would have missed out on the batting of Chadwick Walton, but nonetheless only 5 can make it. But hopefully whenever you get a chance, we'd like to see what we saw in the CPL.
I mean, yes, only 5 of us can play, and I have all confidence in the 5 that I put out on the field. And I mean, all the Khulna supporters, I mean, we're so happy to have them supporting us, and we inside the dugout also support everybody that they put on the field.
Well, thanks for your time, and hopefully you guys go well to a decent score.
Thank you very much.
7 from that over so far. Need a few more. That single brings up the 100 for the Khulna Titans in the 14th over. It's coming at 7.3 runs per over at the moment. Going to move on.
I think that catch will definitely hurt Rangpur. That should have been taken. Well, if you heard that conversation, I'm sure you picked up that they felt 140 to 150 will be a good score. That second 50 has been slower as well.
It's swung around, and there's a fielder coming and catching that. Well done. That's good work in the deep. 14 done. It's 101 for 4.
আজ আমার গোটা দেশের বিশ্বাস বিশ্বাস প্রতিনিধিতে
It's a sunshine smile makes me feel this way when I can't see feeling blue.
You're a real beauty. Oppo F5. Capture the real you.
বাচ্চাদের নাজুক ত্বকের জন্য তৈরি মেরিল বেবি লোশনে আছে এসেনশিয়াল ময়েশ্চারাইজার যা দেয় সম্পূর্ণ সুরক্ষা। 4 মানে দিনে অন্তত 4 বার মেরিল বেবি লোশন।
চাইলেও লিখবেন না চাইলেও লিখবেন ম্যাটাডোর বলপেন। এতে আছে জার্মান হাই ফ্লো ইঙ্ক, লেখাকে করে সুপার ডুপার ফাস্ট এন্ড ফাস্ট।
খোলা পরিবেশে মুরগির পিছনে ছুটাছুটি করলে কি রিয়েল চিকেনের মজা পাওয়া যায়?
সর্বাধিক প্রোটিন একমাত্র মেরিডিয়ানি রিয়েল চিকেন চিপস। মেরিডিয়ান চিপস।
It has not happened. They just don't seem to be finding the easy balls to hit, and all credit to the Rangpur Riders bowlers in making them wait and work for their runs.
Well, let's take a look at that LBW shout. Did it miss the bat? It did, but I think it's also missing the stumps. Going down the leg side, Ravi Bopara got excited. He singled down the third man. But Shamim again, Ariful and Puran, 2 fairly inexperienced players, though they're both very capable. Look at the ball tracking. Yeah, it was clearly just going down the leg side. That's that LBW. Again, I feel that this little face with Mashrafi and Bopara bowling can be very, very critical. Mashrafi's last over, Bopara's got 2. So how would this little face pan out?
Well, they've got to just chance their arms. I think got to take a few risks at this moment. Going at this rate, they would not get too far. And imagine what you mentioned, 150 would be something that the bowlers can be comfortable with when they're defending.
Well, the question here, Shamim, we'll come to that in a moment.
Mashrafi Montosa is so accurate, so controlled in his bowling. Just not give the allowance to the batsman.
See, my question here is, what do you think the batting side should really look at? Now, they've understood the pitch. It's not coming on to the bat. Are you looking to try and blast the bowling? Are you going to take the approach of blasting the bowling, or are you just going to knock into gaps and, all right, tell yourself, we might look at 140, but if we could get a little bit more, we'll be happy.
Well, I can talk about that when we have another look of who's to come after this. And then, that's just past a couple of the fielders and have given them in a single. Almost an overthrow there. It's just your point, that question, what would be comfortable? Now look at who's to come next. It's Brathwaite. Now, if he's there, and Jofra Archer can wield the willow, that's for sure. So these two need to take a few risks. I don't think just maneuvering the ball or milking the runs is the order of the day at the moment. They've got to try and blast their way. And if they lose a wicket, they've got some big hitters coming later. So they don't have to worry about that. Running out of overs, that's crucial. Just 5 after this. So go for it. Oh, he's not allowed to go for it. And that's excellent bowling from Mashrafi Motors. Just 117 kilometers per hour.
And he's also bowling just back of a length. The thing is, this surface hasn't really lent itself for those big hits. Look at Mashrafi and look at the speeds he's bowled. He's generally been around that 115 or less than that, 115 to 125. Just two deliveries that he's looked to bowl quicker. So he's bowled length and bowled within that speed zone.
Any bowler is going to be proud bowling to the left and right-handers. Look at those clusters. Brilliant. And this time he tries to make room for himself. Plays the ball away, but there is a sweeper. And again, just the single. Pressure building, 5 singles in the 5 balls that have been bowled by Mashrafi Mortuza. Coming to the end of his quarter of 4 overs. Hasn't taken a wicket, but 21 runs from 4 overs in this format. Absolutely marvellous.
At the surface, we've been emphasizing on it, talking about it. He's been very good on every surface for that matter.
And another good delivery, another single. Just 6 runs from that over. After 15, it's 100. Oh, they've run 2. Right, they've got a couple of runs there. I thought there was a single. They ran 2. Well done. 15 done. It's 108 for 4. And I think umpire Suraman is going to signal the...
মালাই তাছাড়া জীবনটাই বৃথা।
আমারটাই লেবুগুলো গুনে 4 ফুটা, সাথে 1 চিমটি আদা কুচি।
চিনি দিবেন কিন্তু ঘুটবেন না, নিচে পড়ে থাকবে, ধীরে গলবে। আইসটি হবে 12 রকম মানুষের 13 রকম চাওয়া, আর এই জন্যই বাংলা লিংকের আমার অফার *888# এক্ষুনি ডায়াল করে আপনার পছন্দ মতো ইন্টারনেট আর টক টাইম অফার বেছে নিন। আর এখন ডায়াল করলেই 500 MB ইন্টারনেট এবং 500 SMS ফ্রি। বাংলা লিংক।
আসসালামু আলাইকুম বাবা, বিয়েটা করেই ফেললাম, দোয়া করবেন।
আলোর স্রোতে পাল তুলেছে হাজার প্রজাপতি, আলোর ঢেউ উঠল মেতে মল্লিকা মালতী।
দেশের অভাবে আলোর এই সীমানা ছাড়ানো যায়। প্রতিটি মানুষের সাথে আছে দেশের 1 নম্বর নেটওয়ার্ক। গ্রামে
ভালো খেলা খেলতে সুস্থ থাকতে হয়, জীবাণুদের আউট করতে আছে লাইফ বয়। লাল 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 লাইফ বয় দিলে 5 সময়, জীবাণুদের ধুয়ে দিলে অসুখের নেই কোনো ভয়। খেলার মাঠে আমাদের হবেই হবে জয়। লাল 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 লাইফ বয় দিলে 5 সময়, জীবাণুদের ধুয়ে দিলে অসুখের নেই কোনো ভয়। লাইফ বয়।
বাজার ওয়েদাকোট অ্যান্টিডট লং লাইফে আছে ন্যানো অ্যাডিটিভস, যা দেয়ালের মাইক্রোপোর্সকে পূরণ করে, ফলে আপনার বাড়ি থাকে ধুলো ময়লা থেকে সুরক্ষিত বছরের পর বছর।
ভ্যাকুয়াম ইভাপোরেশন পদ্ধতিতে পরিশোধিত মোল্লা সুপার সল্ট, যাতে কোনো ক্ষতিকারক কেমিক্যাল থাকে না।
নে, তুইও নে।
মোল্লা সুপার সল্ট, যে লবণে মাথা খোলে।
নতুন কুরকুরে আমেরিকান স্টাইল ক্রিম এন্ড অনিয়ন, চিজ, ক্রিম আর অনিয়নের এমনই কম্বিনেশন যা দারুণ স্বাদে সবাই হয় আপন।
তাহলে সোমবার
আমার ভাগ্নির জন্য রোববারই হয়ে যাবে।
কুরকুরে খাও, ফ্যামিলি বানাও।
লাল 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 লাইফ বয় দিলে 5 সময়, জীবাণুদের ধুয়ে দিলে অসুখের নেই কোনো ভয়। লাইফ বয়।
Yonder is now data free.
Yonder Music, download the #1 music app now. Exclusively Robi এবং Airtel userদের জন্য. No money for music.
সর্বাধিক প্রোটিন সমৃদ্ধ একমাত্র মেরিডিয়ানি রিয়েল চিকেন চিপস, মেরিডিয়ান চিপস।
In his waning years, if I can call them those, still at it quite strongly. Ariful Haq, 20 of 23 now. That'll be playing on his mind. Just a single boundary. That's the feel for him. The third man, back to point, deep cover, extra cover, and a mid off on the offside. Oh, that's going to be a wide, I think. Yeah, just that slingy action. held onto the ball a little too late, stuck to his fingers.
Yeah, that can happen. It has a lot to do with the point of release because he bowls with such a square and a low arm. So he's worked so hard with his Yorkers that he could bowl at will, and I believe it has a lot to do with the point he releases. That's where he gets his accuracy and length.
Wow, not again. Can't believe he's done it 2 in a row. That seems to be an action replay of the first one. Very unlike Lasith Malinga.
Yeah, these extras could hurt Rangpur. In fact, it's 9 extras. 9 wides. So in fact, 3 leg byes and 6 wides, I beg your pardon. But the leg byes you can't control, but the wides can always hurt you. So you have to bowl that extra ball.
Absolutely. He's going to rectify himself. Well, he's induced a little bit of a thick outside edge with that one as the batsman threw his bat at it just for the single.
Again, you could see that Malinga is bowling within himself. Anyway, the modern Malinga doesn't try to bowl too quickly. He's at best in his and quickest could be the mid 130s, or a little bit more than that. And aren't they happy? They're really happy. They're enjoying themselves, and I can tell you that we've had some outstanding cricket and some really quality cricketers playing in these AKS BPL 2017 powered by Shah Cement.
Indeed we have, and they're all anticipating some fireworks here from the batters. Has not happened. Nelson's up, and as Nelson is up, the batsman is not quite up to it. He's been disturbed by something happening behind the bowler's arms. I think that we can stop a spot from up here, but Puran just content to just walk away.
No, I think it had to do with Brendan McCallum moving a fielder at mid-wicket. That's the reason. Just wanted to make sure that fielders were in their positions.
That's the Yorker he's striving for, but it's just deviating down the leg side, allowing the batsman to just flick it away for a single. Well, they've got 4 runs, 2 from wides and 2 from singles. Still the pressure building. Malinga release points today. We're talking about it, Roshan. And look at the cluster. And you think he's bowling pretty much wide, and it's that slingy action that takes the release point right in front of the nose of the umpire virtually.
Yeah, and also look at it, it's just subtle, isn't it? It doesn't make a big difference. Generally his release points are there, but what he does is very subtle. Well bowled, that's a good Yorker. Very, very subtle. Interesting that is. If you look at I don't mean the dance. I mean the release points. But the dance is
trying to portray that he's from the Sundarbans, the forest which is near Khulna, that division, and the tigers coming out of there. So it's I think it's the portrayal of that. I could be wrong. That's what it seems. Well, there is going for the wideish Yorker. This is what he's striving for in the first 2 deliveries. Didn't come up. That one definitely did.
See, this man's strength is, Lasith Malinga's strength is the will he bowls such deliveries. I know that the first 2 are wide, but look at the length. I wish we could get a pitch map and look at exactly where he's been landing. I'm talking the length. The line could be slightly different, but
well, there you go, consistency, but oh, what bad luck for the bowler, I must say, and the batsman's going to take it. The toe end of the bat and squirts away for 4 very fortunate runs.
Yeah, I think he dug it up, found a thick outside edge, very lucky, but ending it perfect, but then there is no justice for good bowling in T20 cricket.
Well, the batsman's going to say, I deliberately played that because after it pitched, he was about 6 inches a foot behind before he got a bat on ball.
You reckon he was deliberate?
Well, he had his bat in that position. Yeah, bit of luck.
Well, look, he's varied, but look at some of those deliveries. The Yorker, the yellow one that went for a boundary, but generally he's looked to go full, and some of them Yorkers, he generally varies a lot. His line, he's had a few wides, but he is looking to pitch the ball up, and just 14.3% the strike rate.
আলোরই সীমানা ছাড়ানো
Looking to pitch the ball up, and just 14.3% the strike rate. To pitch the ball up, and just 14.3% the strike rate. To pitch the ball up, and just 14.3% the strike rate. Looking to pitch the ball up, and just 14.3% the strike rate. Looking to pitch the ball up, and just 14.3% the strike rate. To pitch the ball up, and just 14.3% the strike rate. To pitch the ball up, and just 14.3% the strike rate.
Bowled.
Nicely bowled. Good length.